Hi again. If you're parenting a child with ADHD, you know how confusing the behavior can be. I used to think my child wouldn't do what I asked, wouldn't clean their room, wouldn't get dressed, wouldn't finish homework. It felt like defiance, or laziness, or just ignoring me, and that brought out the worst in me. I got frustrated, I yelled, I punished, and every time I felt like I was failing as a parent. What no one told me is that sometimes it's not that they won't, it's that they can't. Yet it took me a long time to see the difference. I remember one day, I asked my child 5 times to put on socks. 5 times. Nothing happened, and I lost it. Later that night, I saw them trying so hard to organize their things for school, but they were totally stuck, frozen, staring at the pile of clothes like it was a mountain. That's when it hit me. They're not being difficult. They're having a hard time. What I thought was won't try was actually overwhelmed, or distracted, or unsure where to start. This showed up everywhere. Transitions were a nightmare. Leaving the house, turning off screens, starting homework, they'd resist, argue, break down, and I'd think, why can't they just do it? But I didn't understand their brain was different. They had trouble switching gears. They needed time. They needed help getting started. They weren't lazy. They were stuck, and I was stuck too, in my own frustration, guilt, and fear. So what changed? Honestly, it wasn't one big thing. It was a bunch of small things. 1, I started giving time warnings. 5 more minutes until we leave. 2 more minutes. Then we're turning off the tablet. That little heads up made transitions smoother. 2, I broke things into steps. Instead of get ready for school, I'd say, Step 1, socks. Step 2, shoes. It reduced overwhelm and gave them a path. 3, I used visual reminders. A checklist on the wall. Pictures of what done looks like. Something they could see, not just hear. 4, I connected before correcting. Instead of barking orders, I'd sit beside them and say, looks like getting started is tough today. Want help with step 1? 5, I learned to pause. Before reacting, I asked myself, is this won't or can't yet? And sometimes, just that pause helped me respond with patience instead of pressure. Let me be clear, I still mess up. There are still days I snap, still mornings where nothing gets done, still nights when I lie in bed and think, I should have handled that better. This is not about being perfect. It's about learning, trying, repairing, and trusting that when I choose support over punishment, I'm building trust. When I see can't yet, instead of won't try, I'm helping my child grow. If any of this sounds familiar, I see you. You're not alone, and you're not doing it wrong. In the next videos, I'll share some of the specific tools that made things easier, like timers, visuals, and calming techniques. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever confused can't with won't? What moment helped you see it differently? Drop your story in the comments. The good, the tough, because your story might be what another parent needs to hear tonight. This is Busy Brain's companion. Let's keep going together.